Morning, young man. Good morning.
Morning, good morning. How you doing over there? How you doing?
It's a beautiful, beautiful day, great day. And what jersey you got on over there? What that say? What that say?
I say the Auburn Tigers. This is Charles Barkley College jersey. I got many in the vault, man. Many in the vault.
Okay, so is that a little bit of foreshadowing for our predictions a little later on?
You know what? I don't know, man. I got after the show. I got a lunch date with Bruce Pearl, so I'll let you know, man. I'll let you know.
Is he gonna be recruiting kids illegally again like he did in Tennessee?
Hey, man, but wherever Bruce go, wherever he go, I'm gonna see what he talking about, man. I'm trying to get
I like Bruce Pearl. He a good
trying to
guy.
get Chuck to sign this, man. I'm trying to get Chuck to sign.
Well, hopefully that Auburn won't play horrible. If he play horrible, then he ain't gonna want to sign it.
Yeah, he ain't gonna want to sign.
Good morning, T. Sir. How you doing?
Hey, man, I'm happy, man. Blessed up to see another Saturday to do the show with you, my friend.
Sir, yes, sir. You got on Auburn. I got on the State at the last night's thrilling victory, 73-70. But before we get to all that, we go, as I always say, thank you to everybody coming out and let them know that we here. We here. It's another Saturday. LinkedIn, YouTube, Facebook. I actually remember to hit Instagram right this time. And what we got? What am I missing?
Twitch.
We didn't get to it. Twitter. I got to pay them more money to get Twitch on there. I'm gonna go ahead and make the sacrifice. I'm gonna pay for the year. And get it over with, and go from there. Just pay them all. I'm pretty sure Marcus got it on Twitch. Marcus got it on Twitch on his end. Yep. So probably next week we're gonna be on two different Instagrams. We're gonna have two different Instagrams going. The Twitch on my side, the Twitter. We're gonna have about 6, 7, 8 of it. If I can get TikTok to work, I'm gonna get that joker to work too. we got all of them. I'm trying my best to get all of them going, so people can see us, so they can see what we're doing out here, so they can know that we're here.
Absolutely.
Get on the phone, text somebody, let them know Kamau and Felix is back, and they have another great show. Oh, here it is, March 29th, the last Saturday in the month of March, going into getting ready for April. April showers bring May flowers. I hope you got the leaves about your grass and aerated and put the seeds down. Whatever you need to do to get it going, because you want to have a grass a little bit at least before the sun come burn it up.
Right.
You got to get ready. At least let it look good for just a couple of days. That's what I say anyway.
What?
I got a correction. Our first show was actually on March 6th, 2021. That was that Saturday. March 4th was a Thursday. March 6th was that Saturday. That was our first show 4 years ago. And look at it, still going strong. I was watching that second show. It was cringy. But hey, you got to start somewhere.
Absolutely.
So look at us now. Look at us now. We got a topic of the week. We didn't have a topic of the week that we gave to the people. We just made something up. We just gonna talk about this today. But now we got to the point where we at now. We're going to recognize the poll. This week's poll was, will the Detroit Tigers make it back to the playoffs? I'm going to let you go first. I think I know your answer, but I'm going to let you go first.
They ain't going to let me go first. You already know how you know about it. Heck no.
Okay, I'll go first. Here's my answer. And I hate to have to say these words. No.
You said no?
I'm saying no.
Why?
It hurts my heart to say that. I'm not seeing the consistency in the play. Right now, we 0-3. Dodgers are 4-0. The consistency is not there. Screwball pitched a good game on Thursday night. Last night, they took it to extra innings. Lost 8-5. But I don't know. I pray that I'm wrong. But that's not what I'm seeing right now.
Wow. That's shocking that you actually said no. Man, you already know where I stand. No, sir.
Speaking of which, are we gonna actually go ahead and set a date to go to a game this year? Are we gonna make it happen, or we just gonna see what happens?
You know what? I'm gonna look at how Will Smith said. I'm gonna look at my schedule We can come on down, man.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna look and see. I'm gonna try to see which one, because I don't want it to be too hot. Because I get up and leave. I'm already dark, man. I ain't trying to look like, night. But yeah, we can figure out one, man. But like I said, it can't be too hot, man. I don't because I like to enjoy my concessions. I don't want to be, pushing bees out the way, and I ain't got time.
So that means we got to go early in the spring. We can't wait till July. We got to go in April or May.
Yeah, like around Memorial Day, somewhere like that. That's what you mean. Or do they already? Where they be? Yeah, they be playing. Yeah. Go out somewhere. Go somewhere where make sure I got one of them jerseys in the closet in the rotation, so I can, because I'm not wearing no Tiger jersey. Okay. I never do.
We have to plan that. We have to get Greg to join us. I know Steve's in Florida. He might have joined us in spirit, but we're gonna definitely have to get Greg out there. Speaking of which, good morning to you, Greg. I saw your poll question. I'm sorry to get a lot of traction. His poll question was, is Lil Felix dating Angel Reese? That's pretty funny. That's pretty funny.
Oh, like Lil Penny? Yeah, like Lil Felix. Yeah, let me see. I might have to holler at him. After my lunch date with Bruce Pearl and see what he say. We can't be having all that complaining about she don't got money to pay this and pay that, man. You can stay over there, man.
She got it. She got that NIL money she made, plus the collective money she made, plus the league money she made from WNBA, plus that McDonald's money. I'm sorry, people folks will say I'm counting her money. I'm not counting. I'm just saying. All I'm saying is she good. That's all I'm saying. I'm just making a point.
Yeah, little Angel Reese and little Felix. Yeah, make him really want to play the guitar. I'm just saying, man. She a little cutie. I see the little white on her toes. Yeah.
Okay. Because I know they just finished up the league play, that the summer league. The spring league, I should say. While we recognize folks, I want to recognize Face. Thank you for coming to the show, sir, on the Instagram side, and which you were second place in the tournament right now. I didn't check it. I'll check it again tomorrow at the we finished the Sweet 16 grade A. Thank you, Vita. Is that V? Yes, Vita. Yep. And Trice Beck, 1975. Thank you guys for joining us on the Instagram side. We just get started with our topic of the week. Topic of the week is: will the Detroit Tigers make it back to the MLB playoffs? And that, it's kind of scaring me. I'll go ahead and put that up there. Yeah, there we go. We actually got the graphics for it. Right now, I don't see it. I don't. Here's the reason why. I didn't see the offseason growth enough to maintain and move forward what they did for last year. That's my official answer. That's why. And I was holding out hope in the spring that they would, step forward like they did last spring.
Okay.
Even though they didn't start well in the season, they it didn't quite carry over into the season. But maybe this year a little different because they were 500. They were 11-11 in spring training. So I'm hoping that this would. I don't know. I don't normally I get feelings. My feeling normally be pretty strong and to show me what it is. I don't see it, but I'm praying that it do because I want to be wrong. I want to be wrong.
Javi Baez don't get your motor going?
Okay, I'll put it like this. I much rather the Lions redraft Terry Fair than play Javi Baez.
Wow, he started it. He started it at 11-11. He said, "Bring Terry Fair." Wow, he started it. All I'm saying is, I look. I'm gonna just say, AJ Hinch, he gonna be up against it this year. Maybe they turn it around. Maybe the trade deadline, they get that player, and it's like Major League. I was talking to some coworkers yesterday at work. Maybe they do Major League all over again. Say, you know what? Let's go ahead and win the whole thing. I don't know. It seems like when their back is against the wall, that's when they produce. But to start out, sorry to have to play catch up, that's not a good look neither. But it seems to work for them. Everything don't work for everybody.
So in other words, they replaced. So they still got Willie Mays Hayes. They actually replaced him this time with the different characters.
Right, with Serrano. What he tell him? You may run like Mays, but you hit like.
No, I'm talking about the characters in the movies. You know, in part one they had the one black guy. The next movie they had the next black guy.
Right. So in the first one, Willie Mays Hayes was Wesley Snipes.
Wesley Snipes.
And in the second one, Willie Mays Hayes was Omar Epps.
Omar Epps, yeah. So
Correct.
they did like in they replaced my man that say Maine all the time. They replaced the guy, the science guy. He's a science guy now, like they did in the Avengers.
Oh, I don't keep up with the Avengers. You got me. I don't keep up with the Avengers.
The original Don Cheeto is in the Avengers when originally the guy from The Best Man was the guy who played in Hard Out Here for a Pimp. What's his name? He was the original. He was in the original Avengers. Play War Machine. His name is me right now.
So the guy you say he played in The Best Man?
Yes.
Tay Diggs?
No, the other guy, the pretty boy.
Oh, Morris Chestnut.
No, the other pretty boy.
Oh, you talking about the light-skinned cat?
Yes.
What's my man name? I know you're talking about. Yeah.
Yes.
The guy from Hustle and Flow.
Yes, him. He got replaced.
Yeah, I drew a blank just that quick. Yeah, I know you're talking about. Okay.
It's all right. It'll come to us. It's still early. But I hate not to see that. But they let's see. Right now the Dodgers are 4-0. They had a 2-game series out in Japan against the White Sox, highlighted by Tommy Edman out there having a great season so far. He's leading the team with a couple home runs for the Dodgers. Ice Cube pulled up on the field with the trophy.
That was nice. I like that. That was nice.
That was pretty sweet. So I got to give a shout out to Tommy Edman. He has Michigan ties with my former quarterback, John Edman, the second. He's a baseball coach out in California, and so he gets to see his son play a little bit more. So shout out to the Edman family for that. And also Tommy Edman also has Asian roots. His mom, I don't know whether she's from Korea or Japan. So I think that was another a great big deal for him and his family going to play in Japan and having it starting off the season so well. So shout out to the Edman family for that. All right, Tigers. That's not gonna stop me from rooting for you. I don't want nobody to think that. I'm always gonna bleed. Lions, Tigers, Red Wings, Pistons, Michigan State. Those my teams. I'm gonna bleed for them. I'm gonna ride for them. But I'm a realist. I gotta be honest when I say I'm a little worried about my Tigers right now.
You should be a little worried about your Lions too.
we get there. We gonna get there. We gonna let the season. We ain't even got to the draft yet. Let's get through the draft and let's see what's gonna happen. I do have some worries in terms of staffing. I'm not as worried as about for the players. We do need to go ahead and get some more defensive tackles. But that's another subject for another day. We gonna get there. We still got to get through Aaron Rodgers trying to play for Mike Tomlin trying to bring Aaron Rodgers in. I talked about that last week. I just got to remember. I got to keep saying it's in my nature. It's in my nature. The Scorpion.
I think what he's going to do. I think he's gonna wait to see after the draft, and then he go see what's the best scenario where he can actually play. Because let's just think being for real. Okay, the number one pick is who? Tennessee Titans, right?
Yep.
So let's just say he go down there and he signed with them. And then they draft Cam Ward. Who you going to start? Cam Ward or Aaron Rodgers? I think that's why he's just going to let the chips fall.
Aaron Rodgers is going to start for the first 3 games, and then Cam Ward is going to take over from there.
No, my friend. No. It would be Cam Ward and Aaron Rodgers would be holding the clipboard. That's what it'll be. Because what would be the point? What would be the point of making him the number one pick if you're not gonna play him?
If you're not ready, then you gonna give him a little time.
But that's what I think he's doing. I think he's gonna put all his eggs in one basket. He's gonna wait till after the draft, and then he's gonna see what's the best possible situation for him. But then too, he might retire, which he needs to. He needs to retire.
I think for Aaron Rodgers, his best scenario is retirement. You've already done what you need to do. You have nothing left to prove. You were the league MVP 3 times. You won a Super Bowl MVP. Go ahead and ride off in the sunset. You got plenty of money. You can go on and do all the colonics you want. Go hang out in the cave and do all that stuff you want to. Ain't nobody gonna bother you.
Right.
But we got to stay on topic. All right, we're going to move forward right at this point. We're going to start talking about the NCAA tournament. We got men's, women's, and brackets to talk about. So let me go ahead and put my brackets over here. Let me go to CBS Sports to see what it's looking like for us on the men's side, see who's in the lead right now. But first, we're going to talk about the men's tournament. We got some great games coming up really over the next couple of days. We have Michigan State surviving and advancing again last night against Texas. No, not Texas Tech. What am I talking about? I'm sorry. Ole Miss. Excuse me. Ole Miss. I was really worried about that game. I was really worried about them winning that game last night, and I kept turning on, turning off. They were down, and then like they've been doing in the tournament, they come back. Me and my buddies texting back and forth, talking about what they doing was wrong, why they keep starting so slow. So shout out to my boy Shannon for that. I just tell him we just got to keep surviving. As long as we do that, we're gonna be okay. Duke is looking incredibly strong right now. If I had to repick my bracket, I would have to look at Duke and pick them. But we gonna see what happened with them. And shout out to the Wolverines. They had a tough loss last night to Auburn. I think they lost came because they was running mouth a little bit. Did you hear about the bulletin board material today they was putting out there?
Yes, I heard about that.
How the kid that transferred was talking about, well, we know how to beat Auburn. This is what we did last year. We're going to do that again. And it was like, oh, is that so? Right. I think had they kept their mouth shut, it would have been a much better game.
Listen, at 11-18, bring Juwan Howard back. I don't know how many times I got. Okay, look, Dusty May. I don't know Dusty May. Never met the young man in my life. Do I think he did an exceptional job? Yes, but where he starts is where they're going to critique you. This year, you made it to the Sweet 16. Okay, good job. You're going to have to go next year to the Elite Eight. You're not getting there. Why? You don't have that type. Michigan has never had that type of players since the Fab Five. Go get.
No, they played for the championship a couple times since then.
In the NIT, man.
No.
Okay, no, hold on. You're right. I stand corrected. You're right. But who was the coach?
Beeline.
Okay. Who is Dusty May?
He's still an upstart. He's still a little wet behind the ear. He still got milk on his breath.
Because what I'm saying is, when it comes time to recruit players, Dusty May is not going down to Cass Tech. Dusty May is not going down to Martin Luther King. Dusty May is not going to Renaissance. You know what Dusty May is going? Orchard Lake St. Mary's. You know where he's going? Catholic Central. You know where he's going? Divine Child. Country Day. That's what they're going to keep getting. You can't win in today's college game with those type of kids. That's what he had.
I don't know. And here's why I differ with you a little bit. Those kids that are there now are those second and third generation kids whose parents play college and pro sports that are at those schools now because the parents are a little bit more fluent after having played, played overseas and got a little money, put a little money to the side to make sure those kids are going to those better schools, quote unquote, better academic schools, I should say.
Bring Juwan Howard back because Juwan is going to go to Cass Tech. Juwan is going to go to Martin Luther King. Juwan is going to go to Renaissance. They not. Okay, here we go. When Steve Fisher was the coach and they got Jalen, who came along with Jalen? You don't know? I tell you, Perry Watson. Who was Perry Watson? Jalen Rose high school coach.
Yeah.
One of the greatest to ever be a coach in the PSL.
He went from Michigan back to UAD.
Okay, that's my point. Have you ever heard of another kid to go to Michigan out of Southwestern?
No. Before that, it was the guy that could shoot. I forget the boy's name, but the boy who could shoot real good. He was there. But I do remember when Tommy Abaker was at Michigan and he came to Denby when I was in Denby. We had those recruits. He didn't pay. He took 2 steps in the gym and didn't move. He sent his assistants to come talk to everybody. He literally stood at because there was a back door, stepway, back door. You go up the back steps. He came in, stood at the edge of the court with his suit on and his Parker, his raincoat, folded over his arms, pointing and talked to his assistants. Tell his assistants to come talk. He didn't even come talk to nobody. And this was, you know how you have time where you could talk to kids. He could have came and talked to all them kids. He talked to nobody. I was excited when he walked in with all his assistants. They came in the Michigan gear, looking good, and he sent them off. And everybody was just like, "Man, why you gonna come here and ain't gonna say nothing to nobody?" Now Izzo came in and talked to everybody. Izzo came in. We went up there. He talked to all the kids.
That's the University of Misdemeanors. That's what you deal with. He not like the football coach that coaches the Chargers now. He don't spend the night at recruits' house and do all that crazy stuff. Yeah, that's just what I mean. That's what they do.
Hey, you got to give him props. They talked about it for that, but he did what he had to do to get the players that he had. Right or wrong?
To cheat to the national. Right. Absolutely. To cheat to win a national. Absolutely. I'm never going to forget that.
And once we talk junk about it, if Michigan State cheated to get a national championship, you know what I'm going to say? Go green, go white. Yes, sir. We won it. We'll take some sanctions. We'll sit out a bowl game or two. We'll lose 10 scholarships. That's fine. But that national championship still going to be in Miss Smith's hall, Steve Smith's mother's hall, right up there on MSU campus, right across from the South Complex. So hey, we'll take it.
Yeah, that's right. You know what? That's interesting though. That's a good gesture they did. That's okay. How they named it, Steve Smith, the hall after his mom. But yeah. If you notice something too, I don't never see him at nothing. It's always Magic.
No, he was there last night. He was there.
Oh, he was? Okay.
Yep.
Well, see, I was at work, so I had to watch the game on my phone, so I didn't get to actually see the game. I got the updates by the ticker or whatever. But yeah, I just noticed it's always like Magic. Maybe they can't find him in the crowd.
But you gotta remember, but Steve, he also does play-by-play.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So he's
Steve was that guy. He was all right.
Yeah, Steve was a good guy.
I still say they got robbed that year when they said Kenny Anderson hit that. Yeah, the game was over, man. The game was over.
Yeah, I worked with Steve a couple times when I worked Dr. Tucker's camp, his former agent. I worked with him at Dr. Tucker's camp, and I worked with him at Glenn Robinson's camp down in Indiana. Steve's a good guy. Very good guy. Yeah. All right, so let's talk about what else we got. We got a whole bunch of stuff here on the docket for the men's side. We have Duke and Alabama. Duke, number one in ACC. Alabama, third in ACC. Florida versus Texas Tech. Second SEC, second in the Big 12. Auburn and Michigan State. First in the SEC, first in the Big 10. Houston, first in the Big 12. And Tennessee, fourth in the SEC. So you got some real big games coming up today and tomorrow. We got all four number one teams still alive, and four SEC teams, one Big 10 team, one ACC team, and two Big 12 teams. So we had four Big 10 teams, three Big 10 teams, with the loss of Purdue and Michigan that knocked them down, knocked Big 10 down to just the one game. So we got some good competition going on all across the country. It looks like the SEC once again quietly has come along and put four teams in the grade 8. So you got to give them their credit for that quietly. All season long, you've been hearing about Duke. You haven't really Alabama. You kind of heard about Alabama a little bit. You kind of heard about Auburn and Duke. That's what you heard all season. So I'm glad to see that the SEC is starting to get their due, and what they did in the dark, they can do in the light now with the NIL and the collective. So that's the big joke here in the South. That money gets spread in the public instead of in private. And we got women's games going on. South Carolina versus Duke. That is the signature game of the tournament so far. We got Dawn Staley versus Karen Lawson. Question: who has the most to gain? Who has the most to lose in that game?
Kara Lawson has the most to gain, and Don Staley has the most to lose. Don Staley is the defending champion. So you lose. Now, Kara Lawson, it's like David destroyed the Goliath, right?
Mm-hmm.
College-wise, they about even because she took a Virginia team that nobody knew nothing about, and she played for the beloved Pat Summitt. Rest in peace. So Kara Lawson
played against UConn.
Kara Lawson played at Tennessee.
Let me look that up.
Once again, you don't want to listen to me, son. Kara Lawson played at Tennessee. Yeah, take your time. We got 53 minutes. We got 33 minutes. Take your time. I love it. That's why I love the trivia. I love it. I love LA.
I stand corrected. You are right. University of Tennessee. I apologize.
50 years old, my friend. I don't drink or smoke. I drink and eat sports. Ask Marcus Home. Do you not realize I wanted to be? I supposed to be Stephen A. Smith before Stephen A. Smith is Stephen A. Smith. Real talk.
We gonna get to him. We gonna get to Stephen A. Smith.
Kara Lawson played her, Candace Parker. What's the other girl's name?
Girl from New York. They just did her jersey. I know you're talking about.
That's Candace Parker.
No, not Candace Parker. The other girl at Tennessee where they about to retire her jersey.
Oh, you talking about Nikki? What is McCray?
Not McCray.
Okay.
The one who had the issues and she got in a little trouble, so they had to wait a little while to retire her.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay, yeah.
Instead of 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago.
Kara Lawson should have been offered the Michigan State job before they got the lady they got now. Because she left. If you go back, I even take you further. If I'm not mistaken, she coached Duke.
Yeah, she's the Duke coach right now.
Right, but what I'm saying is
she was the assistant.
She should have coached Duke before. No, okay, so Michigan State, I think her name was Susie Merchant. I think that was the coach for Michigan State. And then that's who Kara Lawson should have had the job then. But, you know.
To a hose claw.
Oh, yeah, Shamika did. You know what? I'm going to pray for that young lady because when I think of Shamika Holsclaw, I think of the young lady that runs track with the long nails. What's her name?
The one from Texas?
Yes. I think about her. And the one thing about them, Sha'Carri Richardson. The one thing about them, they both had their grandmothers, God-fearing women. And Shamika, if you go into the depths with the story, her grandmama kept her straight and narrow. I don't know if the woman is still alive or not, but she admired her grandmother so much. And I'm like, man, maybe that's where it's starting to move the pendulum a little bit. But other than that, yeah. Shamika Holsclaw, if you watching this, call me. You need to talk. We can sit down and talk. After I get back with Bruce Pearl, we can sit down and talk.
I like that analogy. I hadn't even thought about
Terry
Richardson, Shamika Holsclaw with the grandmothers. I like that. Look at see like that's you right. You're supposed to be doing Stephen A. Smith. We need to call Stephen A. Smith so we can have us the guests on the show. We can do much better than that Mad Dog. That's for sure.
Ah, man, what's up with the beard, man? Have you seen him with the beard? Not shave.
He got to fit in with the rest of his constituents that's in Washington D.C. You know they all got the beards now.
He looked like he get dressed then take a shower.
He said he look a little musty dusty.
He looked like he get dressed then take a shower. Remember the episode they let Cole stay at the house? He's like, Cole, you're supposed to take a shower first, man. Put all that cologne on, right? Just saying, man. Like, whoever told you to grow that out, man, cut that, man. For real. He looked like the guy. You know what he looked like? He looked like the guy who owned the Pee-wee's Big Adventure movie. When Pee-wee on the train, and they were singing "She Be Coming Around the Mountain," and Pee Wee just get tired and he jump off the train. That's what we look like. Look, man, don't get mad at me because I got a mind and I remember everything.
I ain't mad at you. I'm trying to. I forgot. I'm sorry, Greg. I moved the chat out of the way. I didn't see what some of the words that you were saying. He got some good stuff in here. He's talking about Rocky Moore. Rocky, yep, that's what I was talking about. And it could be all SEC Final Four, very much so. And he gave us a Holds Club before I was able to find it on what's the name, because I'm trying to. We got it where I can see the notes and I can see the chat, but I got to keep one up and not the other. So I'm running back and forth trying to make sure I get everything, keep the show in order. Thank you very much for all your input over there, Mr. Greg Brown. All right, let's see here. We are what else we got? We got also UCLA LSU. That's the other grade A game that's going to be happening on Sunday. With the women's format is Friday, Sunday, Saturday, Monday. The Saturday games we have today: USC versus Kansas, Oklahoma versus UConn, Texas, Tennessee, Notre Dame, and TCU.
That's crazy. That's really crazy. The Kansas women are still playing and the men at home. That's crazy. That's crazy. When I was down there, man, that's crazy. When I was down there, we used to laugh at the women. Angela Aycock and all, and we used to laugh at them. Now you'll be back next week. Come on back to Robinson and come on play ball with us. You'll be right back. Are you serious, man? And you know what the funny part is? Don't be surprised. You turn around next year and Hunter Dickinson's still in Lawrence playing.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Man, that dude would that be number year 7?
I wouldn't be. They gave everybody a new year, another year, and he's destined to make more money in Kansas than he would be if he went to the league. Because if he go to the league, he going to the G League, and that's not a knock against him. That's just the climate of the game. The NBA game is different now than it used to be.
Don't try to clean that up. He going to the G League.
I'm always like Hunter. Hunter, he's a Wolverine. Okay, I get that. He talked junk like Wolverine, but the boy can ball. I got to give him his props. He didn't have as good a year this year as he's had in the past, but he doesn't have a game suited for the NBA. He could make a roster as a 12th man with a 2-way deal for the G League, but that's where he would spend most of his time. So to him, in my mind, I'm thinking like he would think. I would want to go spend. I'm going to make more money. I'm going to make $4 million, $5 million, staying at Kansas than I would going to the league and getting that league, that rookie league minimum.
All right.
Understood. So it's just at that point, it's just a business decision.
Understood.
That's the way I see it. Yep. Don't worry, Greg. We're gonna get to Juju a little bit later. I got that as part of one of the other topics. Let's see here.
Wolverine hater to hold his horses.
We're gonna get to Juju. I love Juju and I miss her too, but we're gonna get to it. All right, let's see here. How are the brackets going? Let's see. On the men's side, men's brackets, there are 8 of us. We got I don't know how to say the first name, but he's going for the Gators. He's in first place. Lance Shannon in second. GB is in third. He's going for Lance and the other first guy. They're going for Florida. Houston is GB. I'm going for Michigan State, and I'm in fourth. Bruce and Face are in fifth and sixth. Latanya Riddle-Jones, excuse me, she's in seventh place. And Steve is actually in eighth place. He is pulling for the Gators. So on CBS Sports, it lets you see who the team that you pick to pick the entire to win it all. On the ladies,
Steve Harris.
Yep, Steve Harris. Yep,
he's in eighth.
He's in eighth. He's also in fifth place on the women's side. It's 5 of us. I'm in first place. I got South Carolina to win it. Lance Shannon is in second place and Bruce D. They both in second/third with was Lance at 68 points in second place for UCLA. Bruce D is in third. Bruce, the guy from the other side of going for South Carolina and Steve's going for UCLA. UCLA could very well win it all, honestly. Those ladies look good.
Yeah,
I was watching that game yesterday.
What's her name? Betts.
Yep, the big girl.
Oh, I ain't seen nothing like that since Rebecca Lobo.
She tough. She tough.
See, last time I seen something like that was like Rebecca Lobo. UConn, and that was in what that was like 94, something like that. Yeah, I ain't seen nothing like that in a minute.
She's good. She real good, and I have to give her props because I remember the first time I saw them play against USC when USC played them the first time, when the USC beat them the first time. I said that's a team. That's a team effort the way they play, and it is bold and well from down the line. Greg said that Coach Self should send what's the name on the greener pastures. I can't quite say it the way he said it. He said send his behind on somewhere. Talking about Hunter. About Hunter.
Yeah.
Well, I get it. But the brackets are looking good. I'm surprised. I was in third. Grade 8 from come on, South Carolina. I want to see y'all win it back to back.
I don't think so, man. I really don't. I'm gonna go with Gino. I think Gino gonna win it.
Okay, you broke up just a little bit.
I said I think Gino gonna win it because before she got hurt, right? Before she got hurt, it was gonna be the battle between Juju and UConn. But now it's UConn with her being hurt, and we sorry to see that she hurt. But it's like it's UConn's to lose. UConn a murder South Carolina, man. Don better hope Connecticut don't make it. Because I'm telling you, Paige, I like Paige. I like Paige. I like to turn the page. I like to read the page. I like Paige. Just being honest.
We got 5 good teams really that could win it. So when I look at it right now, the teams on the left of the ladies tournament, any of them really could win it. You don't if anybody that's there that we would say probably couldn't win it because you don't really see them like that. It's Oklahoma and Texas, but Texas has been playing good ball all season. Oklahoma and Texas had one of the best games of the season early in the year where they was out there throwing blows. So.
Wow.
You LSU, Oklahoma, UConn, Texas, Tennessee, Notre Dame, TCU, all of those teams are good. I'm not even forgetting about South Carolina and Duke. All of those teams are good. All of those ladies' teams are capable of winning the championship. When you look at the boys' side, I'm not saying of the 8 teams that are left that all of them couldn't win it, but right. You're really not looking at them in that way. You really looking at Duke on that game. In the Florida Texas Tech game, Florida probably gonna win that game. That's almost a foregone conclusion in that game. Auburn Michigan State game will go down to the wire. Houston Tennessee, if Houston loses, it's gonna be an upset. That's what I'm saying. In terms of
I can't say that because, like I always told you, Calvin Sampson, he can recruit. Coaching, he can't coach, man. Look at the team he had last year with Mark. Do you not realize the Marcus Sasser kid that plays for that plays for the Pistons was on the team that he had last year? That dude he played with, like I say, Calvin can recruit. Yes, when he was at Indiana, when he was at Oklahoma, yes, he can recruit. But to get you through the doors at the dance, nah. He gonna own the Big 12 though. That's you freezing. That's not me freezing. I'm over here warm. That's you freezing.
I'm talking about the internet freezing.
That's you freezing. I'm over here warm, my man. I'm over here warm.
Okay. All right. Well, really quickly, don't forget to click like, click share. Don't forget to get the book Great for This Journey Every Day by who? The Wiz that lives in Oz, the man behind the scenes, making everything happen. Right there, Mr. Marcus on. As I lean in, let me tell you about what he does. This man is an HR guru, and he also runs a show on Tuesday night, Love and Stuff, the original flagship show on Tuesday nights at 8:30. If you want to know how to answer a STAR question, if you want to know how to make your resume better, if you want to know how to negotiate your contract, if you want to know how to be quiet when HR say, hey, tell me about this, he'll tell you what to do. How Less is more when you talk to HR. You don't want to let them know what's going on. Why? Because they're in the best interest of the company, not in your best interest. So sometimes it's like going to the police. When they bring you the sandwich, when they bring you some McDonald's, they know you're going to spill your guts. When you don't want to go in the meeting and eat the apple and eat the candy on the table and the donuts and drink the coffee, because they know you're going to spill your guts. All right. Talk to Marcus Holmes. He's going to get you straight on anything you need to know HR related. Did I do a good job with that one? I ain't go too far. Yeah,
you did. Kudos, my man. Kudos.
All right. Now we go. Don't forget to click like, click share. We are over 6, 7 platforms. Look like on the Instagram side, we still got Face, we got Vita, we got Trice, Beat Big 1975, Cassie 310. How you doing, young lady? Good to see you. Posh Fit Life. I know who you are. It's hard to remember the names, without them being directly in front of you. Posh Fit Life join. Thank y'all for joining on the Instagram side. We got Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, LinkedIn, YouTube. We over 5 platforms. We on all those 7 platforms, and we are live in the living color. And we're doing a great job today. Once again with another great show. Myself and Felix. We are 43 minutes into the show, and we are up to women's basketball. NBA. I'm sorry. We just finished women's basketball. NBA. We got the Detroit Pistons doing well again. They are, at this point, they are 42-32. They are 3-0 since last week when they went to Dallas and gave that game away. They beat Cleveland last night, 133-122. Great game for them. They are 7-3 over the last 10 games. In fifth place. That does not go unnoticed. They are in 5th place right now. 8 games remain in the season. Can you believe that? 8 games left in the season? That's what, 3 weeks?
Nah, it's like 2 weeks.
That's crazy.
April 1st is a Tuesday.
That's crazy. The season is going by really quickly.
5th place. That's what's crazy.
Speaking of which, the Pistons are the first team in history to triple their win total from the previous season. Now, when you win 14, so right now they're 42. They won 42 games, so that's triple of 42. 14 what they had before. Let me do that math right quick. So 14. So back up. 14 times 3. 42. They triple over what they had last year. So right now the coach of the year is between Bickerstaff and the coach that replaced Bickerstaff in Cleveland. He has them in first place and the best record in the league, but like I said before, they there because he got them there. That coach may be getting them there a little bit further, but he's there because of what Bickerstaff did. You got to give Bickerstaff his credit. So that's what we got to do. We got to do a write-in campaign, and we need to get Bickerstaff to be the champion, to be the person that we're gonna get the coach of the year. Who I need to call? Do we need to call Stephen A. Smith? He said enough. He said it every week on the show. Hopefully he talking to the right people in the right office. All right, let's see here. Taylor Jenkins. You hear about Taylor Jenkins?
No, who is that?
He's the Memphis Grizzlies head coach. He got fired yesterday.
Yeah, that was shocking. When I read that was shocking.
Their record is close to the Pistons right now. They're like in the 4th or 5th spot in the West. So what did they do? What did he do to get fired? They didn't say anything basketball related. They were just like, okay, thank you. Basically what they said. We see when we see you.
Right. I don't know what that was a shock. When I read that, I was like, wow.
So right now the Grizzlies are in 5th place, 44-29, with just a tad bit better record than the Pistons, both in the 5th spot in their conferences respectively. And my first thought was, did he do does he have a Udoka situation? Did he go in and allegedly go and do something he had no business with somebody's business that he ain't supposed to be businessing with? Did he go and fight somebody in the background? Is he not get along with Ja Morant? What happened? What's going on with Taylor Jenkins, and why they let him go? What did he do for him to get the bums rush out of there? Kiki Shepard and Sandman came and got that man down in Memphis, and he up out of there.
Yeah.
Nothing's been released yet, and they say it's internal issues. What exactly does internal issues mean? That's what I want to see. What's going on? Why he got the bums rush up out of there? So Hey, good luck to him. So hopefully somebody will pick him up. Maybe he can coach college or something like that moving forward. But he was the team when the team wasn't a team. When Ja Morant was going off on his gun rants, and he was the one keeping the team together. When Dylan Brown left, and he was still trying to keep them together, Taylor Jenkins was there. So you got to give him his credit. All right, let's see here. Thank you for Kenneth. For Kenneth Howdy for joining us this morning. Just got to give credit. Sure, Timon. I'm pretty sure you're talking about Bickerstaff, and he's saying maybe about what's going on with Mr. Taylor Jenkins. I don't know what's going on, but we're going to see. And, of course, we got to do our keep an eye on. We still keeping an eye on the Lakers, who are 44-29 in the fourth place, just ahead of the Grizzlies, and Golden State is now in seventh place at 42-31. Right now, the season, at the end of the day, they would be eligible for the playoffs in the form of the play-in game. So which is still a far cry from where they were. They were in the 10th spot, then 10-11 outside looking in before they got the trade of Emo Jimmy. I know he's Jimmy Butler, but I still like Emo Jimmy better. All right. The bad story of the week is the hockey team, our Red Wings. They are 33-6 after last week, 32-30-6. They are 1-3 since last week. You know how they talk about the current coming, take and wash your boat away. The motor stopped working. That's the Red Wings right now. They just floating further and further out to the sea. I hear some singing. The lady that's got a little the portly lady is warming up. She's in the background. She sprayed her voice and she's la 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 la. She's warming up right now because the Red Wings season is just about over too. They play an 82-game season, just like college. No, not quite. But they don't have very much time left in their season. So let's see. Let me pull up NHL teams. Let me see if I can find the Red Wings really quickly. And let's see their schedule. How many games they have left? Let's see here. So they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 games left. 2, 4, 6, 8. They have 10 games left. I'm not saying they couldn't do it. It's going to be tough. It's going to be real tough. It's going to be really, really tough. So let me look at the standings real quick. And let's see how far they out. Oh, they 1, 2, 3, 4 games, 4 teams out. No, not really, because the last team is at 71-33, and they have 72-33. They can still make it. They can still make a run. But the other teams in front of them have them beat by the tiebreakers. So that's why they're fourth place, four teams away from the sixth. They're basically at 10th place right now in terms of looking at the wild card. So hopefully they can turn it around. I'm not saying it's impossible. Right now, it's looking improbable. So Kenneth got good. He believe in it, so they're gonna get it together. Hopefully they're gonna get it together. I don't know what song just came to me from the 5 Heartbeats. No matter how hard we try, we can't. They're gonna get together. No matter how hard it gets, we're just not finished yet. I don't know why that song came to my mind. Hopefully the Red Wings can get that mantra and just keep on playing. Like you said, what did you say 2 weeks ago? Keep playing. You laughing at my singing again? Every now and then you got to do something. You got to have a little fun. We have a little fun. For some reason, that song just jumped in my spirit. I don't know what it was, but hopefully they can get it together. All right, y'all. We coming down to the home stretch. It's that fun time. It's that time again. As we jump into stupid sports news. All right, like I promised before, we said we're going to talk about Miss Juju Watkins. They were saying that she was injured on purpose by that team. I didn't see it like that. I didn't think it was a purposeful injury. It looked like she either hit a wet spot on that floor or she her foot hit awkwardly during that time, and for her to be injured. And because of course, when you got a big name player that gets injured like that, somebody got to be to blame for it. I didn't see it that way. And I feel bad that they're trying to put it on that team like that. Nothing she hadn't done all season long. Took on the double team on the fast break, go to plant to go up, and he gave out on her, and that's what it was. That's what I saw. And I of course, I've seen the replay 10, 12, 13 times, and this didn't look like a dirty play at all. What are your thoughts on that?
I didn't see nothing egregious with it. Basketball play. It's just a bad, unfortunate basketball play. And she'll probably bounce back 10 times better.
I hope so, because the surgeries nowadays are so much better than before. You would get the zipper on your knee, your career was pretty much over. You had the surgery now was like 45 minutes almost, where before it was 12 hours, and you came out of there and it was 2 years of rehab. She could possibly be back at the beginning of next season. It's normally a year. She could probably be back by the beginning of next season if all goes well. So I wish Ms. Watkins well. And, of course, we also got to talk about the mama, Jane Daniels' mama, separating them, coming and sit between them. They sitting there kikiing, smiling, looking at each other. Yeah, how you doing? You Juju? Yeah, I'm Jane. Yeah, nice to meet you. Nice to meet you too. Next, Miss Jane's mom comes sitting over there, like, move, Juju, get out the way, Juju, get out the way. And mama didn't have, when the kid said, "Gabe, you know what?" That's what she gave by that look on her face, like, "Yep, you're gonna get away from my son." But looking at it from not an older father, that's something that you would want. You would want an athlete and an athlete together. You want, I'm not saying for them to get together now. I'm saying maybe somewhere down the line. It could be, she could be Miss Daniels, Miss Watkins Daniels, and they could have some athletic children, and hooper or football player, or whatever they want to be, and they would have some pretty babies. They would have some pretty babies. I understand, Mama. You should, you don't want nobody to get too close to son. You want him to stay focused. I get it, because you're a woman. The woman can put the voodoo magic on the man and mess with his brains a little bit. I understand that. We all understand that, But but I just thought it was funny that Mama was sitting right between the two of them like this. Mm-hmm. Yep. What do you think about that?
When I saw the video, I thought about Jada Pinkett Smith. Well, she was Jada Pinkett at the time. And I thought about Grant Hill's mom. Rest in peace to Janet Hill. She did the same thing when she tried to talk to Grant. Like, get out of here. Bye.
I agree. I agree with that.
Bye.
Go, baby girl. That's different. That's different. Jada Pinkett was a little different situation.
Same.
Because here's why. No. Here's why. History is showing, as things are going with her and Will, that Miss Hill did the right thing by sending Jada on by her business.
Will just don't want to leave. There's a difference when, look, there's an old saying, even an iron gets tired. Right.
I'm sorry, I'm about to sing my song again. Go ahead.
What is the song?
It's cheaper to keep her.
No, they kids are grown.
Cheaper to keep her. Will is worth a couple $100 million. And he had to get. So you want to just go? You won't give a couple hundred? You want to give half that away to Jada?
Back in two bad boy 5s and 6s.
He not no more. He on what, year 3 of a 10-year ban? He ain't even made no. Only thing he done made is a couple of Netflix movies.
And they made Bad Boys 4, which is probably gonna be 5 and 6. He'll get that money right back. Look, at the end of the day, if Michael can walk away, do you not remember they said that was one of the richest divorces? What did Mike do 3 days later? You don't know? I tell you, he bought the Bobcats.
Yeah, I remember he did. Yeah, but that was a plan. So he spent the papers when he did, so he can make more money.
Get a plan. Mike sat in court and say, "How much money is it gonna take for her to leave me alone?" They said, whatever the number was. Mike said, "Give me a pen." Yeah, wrote the check out. 3 days later, breaking news: Michael Jordan just signed him, just bought the Bobcats, and Mike ain't looked back since. That's what Will has to do.
Yeah. But Bob Johnson, on the other hand, same guy, the guy he bought the team from, Bob Johnson cost him a grip when he got his divorce. He cost him half that million.
Cheaper to keep.
Keeper the keeper. All right. We're gonna bring back a segment that we haven't done in a while. I'm sorry, we still got one quick question. For our one quick question, why won't Stephen A. Smith and LeBron let that go? What's wrong with them? They still talking about it.
All you gotta do, and I hope Stephen A. Smith is watching. That's all you gotta do, man. LeBron James is an attention whore. Excuse my French. That's what he is. He's an attention whore. So what do you do to people who are attention whores? You pay them no attention. But at the same token, like I said, I pondered this morning. You pay them no attention because you're the one who started it. So you can't get mad. Every time you watch First Take, who they talk about? LeBron James, the Lakers. Stop talking about him.
Stop talking about that aspect.
You can talk about the Lakers, but you don't have to go in detail with LeBron James. You don't have to go into. You can say the Lakers, right? Because when you talk about the Pistons, you talk about who? J.B. Bickerstaff should be coach of the year. You talk about Cade Cunningham. That brother's balling. That's how you got to do. J.J. Redick, he's doing good as a coach. The team is coming together. Okay, bet. That's all you got to do. But on the same token, irrelevant people become less irrelevant when you stop talking about them. You're taking jabs at him. He's taking jabs at you. He's going back and forth. You're the flagship of ESPN. First Take. Yep. You're the number one sports talk show out here. You can kill him. My grandfather used to tell me all the time, more ways to Felix, more ways to skin a cat. If you don't make him irrelevant, there's nothing to talk about. And the point is, when you got two alpha males, which is Stephen A. Smith and Shannon Sharp, you got Shannon Sharp over here, go James. And it comes down to...
He told Stephen A. Smith to let it go. He said that on that
to Stephen A. Smith not siding with Shannon saying he's the GOAT. But when Stephen A. Smith broke down actual facts, you're not the GOAT. If I had one wish, like the song Ray J had, I wish I could bring Kobe Jelly Bean Bryant back for 1 hour. Kobe himself will tell you, you better than Mike. You're not better than me. How you better than Mike? That's crazy.
Yep. I agree with you, but Stephen A. Smith is going to milk this for all he can. Why? Right.
Understood. But then don't get mad.
Right. But at this point, both of them need to just let it go. Just like Charles Barkley mama called Shaq's mama and Shaq's mama they called each other sons, cut that out. Somebody mama need to get involved and say, okay, that's enough.
Nah, you just said it. It's ratings.
Yep. And you see how well Chuck and Shaq get on. They still poke at each other, but they know they mama was supposed to be holding to them and they said let it go, and that's what they had to do. All right. Let's jump into our predictions. We got some good games. We're gonna start with the ladies first. We got South Carolina and Duke. Who you got?
Oh, give me Kara Lawson for the upset.
Okay. All right. What's your score?
Give me Duke Earl. Duke Earl. Duke 72, South Carolina 69.
All right. I'm going with South Carolina. I'm going 84-68.
Oh, boy.
All righty. Let's see. UCLA, LSU.
Give me the University of Los Angeles. 81-79.
I also like UCLA. I'm going to go with UCLA. I like 81-80. It's going to be real close. It's going to be real close. Real close. All right, we got Notre Dame and TCU. Last women's game.
Give me Hell to old Notre Dame. Wake up the echoes calling her name. Let me see. Notre Dame 61-54.
I actually like
That's
TCU.
why you never make captain.
Here's why. Old girl got something to prove. She the girl that played at Louisville, that played at
She
LSU.
trash. That's how I know
her.
they're gonna lose. She trash.
She got something to prove. I'm going 75-70. All right. For the men's side, Duke and Alabama. Who's going to the Final Four?
Duke Earl. Give me Duke 83-74.
All righty. I like Duke as well. I'm going with Duke. I like a little bit more. I like 89-75. All right, we got Florida, Texas Tech.
Give me Florida 81-67.
All right, I'm gonna go with the upset. I'm gonna go with the Red Raiders.
You never make captain.
I'm gonna go with the Red Raiders. I'm going 75-77, 77-75. Red Raiders. All right, Houston, Tennessee.
I'm gonna go with Houston 79-75. Because Rick Barnes, I'm not convinced with Rick Barnes.
You got two coaches who don't normally do well in big games.
Yeah, but I take Calvin Sampson over Rick Barnes. Rick Barnes is
that's exactly what I'm saying. That's my point as well. I'm gonna go. Houston puts up points. I'm gonna go with 88-66. And Auburn versus Michigan State.
Man, Auburn and Michigan State. To be continued. Auburn. I'm gonna go with Auburn because I think they got. I think that what's the name? I think my man gonna cost Michigan State. The Hollis, the homie kid, Trey Homie. He a firecracker. I look to see him transfer after this year too.
Okay. What you got for a score?
63-55.
Okay, I'm going with Spartans. I'm going to MSU. I think Michigan State gonna win it by 10, but they're gonna pull away late. 75-65.
Good.
Michigan State going back to the Final Four. That's my prediction. I like them winning it late. And yeah. Kid'll say Stephen ain't act like Wendy Williams. That's pretty funny. All right, everybody. We about up out of here. Thank you guys once again for coming in and joining us for another great show. I'm gonna put the QR code up so if you want to join our Facebook page, join our Sports Talk group on Facebook, we are more than welcome to have you join us. We really want you to join us and come on and join the growing group. We about to be growing. We're about to be growing like tumbleweeds, like weeds in the spring. So come on, hang with us. Don't forget on Tuesday night, the flagship show, Love and Stuff, hosted by Mr. Marcus Holmes at 8:30 Eastern. Also on Wednesday, the good Reverend Dr. Lindsay Adner, she has her show, Be Encouraged, on YouTube. Be on the lookout for that. And we will be back next week, April 5th, for our Final Four preview show for both sides, the ladies and the men. And we look at this. It's going to be some great basketball next week going on. And just thank you again for coming out. Thank you again, sir, for doing the show with us. And we cue the music up and we're going to get on up out of here. Thank you, sir. And you have a great week. We shall see everybody next week.